Hello. This week's topic is Don't Polish the Turd. For those of you who have been through trauma, you understand that when we experience trauma, it's really a shit show. It has such a negative impact on our self esteem, our sense of self worth, and we go through a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, and sometimes we even find it hard to get out of bed. We have all kinds of problems in so many areas of our lives. So, why do I say don't polish the turd? Well, the reason is because when we experience trauma, it's easy to stay stuck. And when we're staying stuck in that shitty situation, it's as if we're polishing the turd, we're polishing the shit. It is only appropriate to polish things when they're truly valuable. Let's take, for example, jewelry, a fancy, nice car. When you polish those things, you do get a value out of it. They look very nice, they look enhanced, and they really stand out. But in the case of trauma, it's not appropriate to stay in the situation where we feel victimized and glorifying that victimization phase. Of course, it's natural to be in that victim phase initially, obviously, because we all experience that victim phase. But what I'm referring to is when we stay stuck there. It's as if we're polishing a big turd. I would also like to share an analogy with you. If your toilet were clogged up with shit, you wouldn't just spray Lysol because the stinkiness is not going to go away. You obviously would have to call a professional. You would have to call a plumber, and the plumber would have to use his equipment to do whatever is necessary to unclog that toilet and fix it. Otherwise, you're not really getting rid of the problem. It's the same thing with our trauma. We can't just brush over it. We can't simply ignore it or try some kind of a superficial way to heal it. The only way we can heal our trauma is with professional help. A therapist can help us work through these difficult challenges that arise when we experience trauma. They can help us, and over time, we recover our self esteem, our sense of self worth, our ability to set boundaries, etc. Now, you might argue that, well, what if I have a four-bedroom house and I decide not to call a plumber? What if I just decide to lock up that bathroom? Hey, there's three other bathrooms in the house. Why not? Well, that's definitely a very logical solution. But the problem with that is that it still doesn't go away. The problem still exists. Just because you close the door doesn't mean it went away. And in the same thing in our personal life, there could be one area of our lives that's terribly impacted by the trauma. And if we simply shut that off and that area of our life never opens up again, then we could be missing out on our full potential. In the same way that your house is not used to its full potential if you have one bathroom that's permanently locked away. And think about this too. What if eventually, after you pass away, somebody inherits that house and it still has that bathroom that has all the poop in the toilet that's clogging it up? Somebody eventually has to fix that toilet. So now the people who inherited your house have to deal with the crap that you didn't deal with. In the same way, when you don't heal your trauma, your heirs, your sons, daughters, or maybe not necessarily them if you don't have children, maybe your nieces, nephews, or other family members have to deal with the garbage that you didn't heal. So in the end, it is best to just deal with the shit as it comes. I know it's unpleasant. Who wants to deal with shit? Whether it's physical, literal shit, or the shit that we end up with in our heart and soul because of the trauma that we experienced. But in the end, as you know, I've said in many of my videos, I do believe that the best thing to do is to face all the problems that we have, all the shit show created by trauma. It's better to just face it and heal it so that we could move on. Thank you for tuning in this week. I hope this message has been helpful. I send you love, light, and blessings.
Hi, my name is Rosalinda Martinez. I'm a retreat leader at Empowerment Light. If you'd like to get connected with more tools and resources to help you on your journey, please see my website in the description section. As always, like and subscribe if you like this video. Look forward to a new video every Tuesday.